The purpose of this video is to apply a dynamic postural assessment. In the dynamic postural assessment, we are going to use the information that has been gathered from the static postural assessment about the ankle, hip, and thorax. Three major complexes, three rocks, and how they relate to each other, moving the body using gravity, ground force, and momentum. As mentioned before, it's another tool in our tools box that we use in order to determine any imbalances or potential weaknesses or pain points for the clients, and then we use this information along with other tools, and together with the client preferences we can prescribe an effective exercise program which is most appropriate for them and for their special needs. If requires, we refer our client to an AHP if there's something wrong or if there are issues that are out of our scope as PTs. The dynamic postural assessment includes three parts. The first one is the sagittal step, looking at the ankle complex from the front view and the side view. The second one is a lateral step or lunge, looking at the hip complex from different viewpoints. And the last one is the transverse step, looking at the thoracic spine. It's important to note that we are not trying to fix anything. We are purely want to see if we can facilitate a change. This is our second client, Ido. Do you consent to be in this video?
Yes.
Thank you. Do you mind taking off your top? Are you comfortable with that?
Sure.
Thank you. So we're going to start with the ankle complex with the sagittal step. So the sagittal step, could you turn around, Ido, that you can see me? So the sagittal step is actually a simple step forward. Let's start with your left leg, please, Ido. Yep. While I'm looking at you from the front. Okay, so what we can see that there is a medial deviation of the knee, and there's a medial deviation of the hip. We can see that the stance foot toes are not going out, and there's no excessive pronation of front foot. If we're looking from the side view, we can see that the heel is lifting on the rear foot. The heel is not lifting on the front foot, and the hip, the thorax, and the trunk all rock forward. Thank you, Ido. Would you like to do the other one, please? Again, there's a medial deviation of the knee. There's a medial deviation of the hip. The stance foot toes are not going out. There's no excessive pronation of the front foot. I will look at you from the sides. Please keep on going. As we can see, the heel is lifting on rear foot. The heel is not lifting on the front foot. And again, the hip, the thorax, and trunk all rock forward. Thank you, Ido. Now we're going to move to the hip complex, doing the lateral step. What we want to see here is if Ido can take his hip, knee, and toe in a nice alignment. Can his body stop his ankle from taking all the ground force? So, Ido, the lateral step is just, yep, you keep on doing it while I'm looking at you. So what we can see here is that the knee is not stacking over foot, the hips are not stacking over foot, the head not stacking over foot. Looking at the trunk, there is no excessive flexion of trunk. and the lateral border of foot is off the ground. Could you please change legs? Thank you, Ido. Again, knee not stacking over foot, hips not stacking over foot, head not stacking over foot, and there is no excessive flexion of trunk. The lateral border of the foot is off the ground. Let's change legs. Oh, sorry, we've already done it. Thank you, Ido. We will move to the third and the last one, the transverse step and reach down. That what we want to see here is what are the relationship between the scapula and the spine, and it will tell us what is going on with your thorax, with your thoracic spine. So what we're doing here is the transverse step and reach down. And I will look at you from the back. Thank you, Ido. Let's start with your left leg. Left leg, please. Thank you. Thank you. So there is no movement in the scapula and the spine, probably due to Ido's kyphosis. There is no excessive trunk rotation. The head doesn't follow the hand. And the stance leg does not straighten. Thank you, Ido. Could you please swap legs? Great, thank you. Again, there is no movement in the scapula and the spine. Again, probably due to Ido's kyphosis. There is no excessive trunk rotation. The head doesn't follow the hand, and the stance leg does not straighten. Thank you, Ido.
Thank you.